Alright everyone, it is 0:30 in the morning, November 3rd, and it looks like the weather's cooperating with us, so we chose to take the van, go with our original flights and everything else. So yeah, it's not even raining here. Woke up probably about midnight and saw that the storm had actually weakened a little bit, so that was a good deal. And all the weather weenies, they were going, hey, the timeline still looks like if anything happens, it's going to make landfall after we're already in Manila. So anyway, guys, we are just waiting out here for the van and our usual ritual here when we get ready to travel. And as soon as that van comes, we'll be on our way. Alright guys, we made it to the Butuan airport here. We're starting to get a little bit of rain from the outer bands of that storm. And the forecast right now is saying that it's probably not going to do anything more than a tropical depression or a tropical cyclone. Maybe a category 1 or 2 typhoon when it makes landfall. But a big shout out to Cebu Pacific Airlines. So our flight was originally supposed to leave at 1:30, and that's why I was a little bit on the worried side. And so we got here, and Christine asked the lady at the desk, she said, hey, are y'all anticipating any cancellations, because we've got to catch another flight in Manila. And without even asking and without any additional cost, she switched us to an earlier flight at 10 o'clock. So we're definitely going to beat the storm, even though we're seeing a little bit of the rain right now. And our plane should be arriving here any minute, and then we'll turn around and take off and go to Manila. So big shout out to Cebu Pacific for taking care of us. That was awful nice of them. we made it. We made it to the Belmont Hotel here by the airport in Manila. We had quite a ride. I ain't gonna lie, it was probably the roughest flight I have ever been on, which doesn't mean anything. I've probably just been lucky, but it was a pretty rough flight. And so what we found out was our flight, we were supposed to leave at 10, but it was a little bit late. And man, when we took off from Butuan, it was rough. It was really rough before we got to altitude and kind of leveled out, and then things kind of settled down. But I think everybody on the plane was a little spooked. Now, we didn't have any of those sudden drops, where people are hitting the roof and stuff like that, but it was the roughest ride I've been on. So we got to Manila, got us a bite to eat there in the airport, and we were watching, or Christine checked in on our original flight, which was supposed to leave at 1:30. And so she checked on it, and sure enough, they didn't cancel it, but what they did is they left 40 minutes early, which is unheard of. Usually the Philippines is Philippine time. Everything runs a little late, especially coming from Manila. Well, they were early. And so my guess is the pilots that flew us probably radioed ahead and said, hey, we're not going to be able to get flights in and out of there here pretty soon. It's getting pretty rough. So they left Manila early, got to Butuan, and then did their turnaround, and they left 40 minutes early from Butuan back to Manila. So just a crazy deal. So all the naysayers out there that, said I was, I guess, being Chicken Little or something like that, I'm telling you guys, I'm not saying I'm right or anything like that. Our flights didn't get canceled, but it was close. It was real close. The storm has spun up to a typhoon now. It's, I don't know, probably like category 1 or 2. It's still looking like it's going to miss our place by quite a bit, so we're not really worried about it. And it should pass on through like in the Cebu area before we leave Manila tomorrow, because we don't leave Manila tomorrow till the afternoon, so kind of like late afternoon, I think, if I remember right. So we should be in good shape. We've got a nice hotel. We're here at the Belmont. It's all you got to do is walk across the sky bridge from Naya Airport, and man, you're right here. Now, what we had to do though, it was pouring down freaking rain, and so we ended up having to get a little taxi ride around the block just to keep us from getting completely soaked. But it was worth it. The taxi driver charged me 100 pesos, and it was money well spent. All right, guys, we're going to settle in and take a nap. We've been up since before midnight. And anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll catch you on the next video.